Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. News is just in as the court has sent a wave to William Ruto's finance bill. This is not a kind of good news, ladies and gentlemen, because they are following the right path of the law, as this was something that William Ruto's allies came out complaining about the high taxation during the regime of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. This is the time that also court must interpret for us whatever it is right for Kenyans. As court is coming out to send a very dangerous wave to Kenya Kwanza government, as the judge came out sending this to the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, Martha Koome, to intervene towards this finance bill, as the court is determining saying that this finance bill is going to burden, or rather to overburden, Kenyans. And when I was just watching and listening to the judgment, I had a flashback on what Ndini Nyoro said when it comes to the tax on fuel levy. And guess what? This was the speech of Ndini Nyoro.
To tell this government, we are giving them an ultimatum. Within 1 day, leo hii ikiisha, lazima waite mkutano wa dharura na waondoe hiyo maneno ya kuongeza kodi katika mafuta. Watu wetu ya bodaboda wanaumia. Watu wetu wa matatu wanaumia. Wameumizwa na corona, wako na loans kwa bank. And it is very, very uncouth for the government to purport to increase the prices of fuel products.
Now, after watching that video, it is a kind of hypocrisy towards this Kenya Kwanza government. It is literally a kind of hypocrisy. Because the video that you have watched of Ndini Nyoro, he came out very clear, determined, and virtually when you look at what he said, that he was ready to lead Kenyans to demonstrate against the high taxation when it comes to the fuel levy. They never knew they were going to take the mantle. Now, they are in the office. They have the instrument of powers. They have what it needs to be the president. But when it comes to their presidency, they are misusing it in a way that what they promised Kenyans is not virtually what they are doing. But again, something that I want to remind you, this was the same individuals who came out telling us that it was wrong for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to overtax Kenyans. What you're seeing today is contrary to what they said. These are the same monkeys, but different forest. The same monkeys, different forest. Giving us same promises, but contrary to what we expect towards their promises. So I was shocked if Kenya Kwanza government came out saying that they were going to depend on taxation. And through this taxation, they have come out to tax everything, virtually everything. And when you look at their recommendation towards this finance bill, is going to make Kenyans to have a kind of a burden into their lives. I told you it is not bad to run our country with our tax. But again, it is bad to be a hypocrite in the name of taxing Kenyans so that you can stabilize the economy. This is the same government who told us in this finance bill they are not going to borrow. Why? Because of the taxation in the finance bill. They're taxing everything. As we speak now, this is the same government that had come out proposing that no borrowing in the finance bill. They have already borrowed 1.3 trillion Kenya shillings. Are they fair? They are not fair. So this kind of verdict now depends on how Chief Justice Martha Koome is going to select a 3-bench judges to at least try to intervene on what it is right about this finance bill. Is there any possibility of the Supreme Court, or rather the Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya, Kenyan's bench that is going to be appointed, 3 of them, to come out to uphold that this finance bill is null and void? Is there a possibility of that? I don't know, but there is a kind of a bigger percentage of this court sending a very dangerous wave to this Kenya Kwanza, as they are being told that you are not above the law. And against something that I told you, William Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua, they are feeling a burden using this constitution of the Republic of Kenya. And this constitution is the same that they came out rejecting. During the referendum of yes and no, banana and orange, William Ruto had rejected the constitution of 2010. So it is a kind of way of William Ruto trying to portray a kind of a picture of hypocrites. But at the same time, we saw initially there was a kind of captivity, state capture of judiciary. We don't know how this 3-judges bench that is going to be appointed by Chief Justice is going to give us justice and democracy when it comes to this finance bill. Is there a possibility? I don't know. But again, there is a bigger percentage of this being a kind of null and void finance bill. Thirdly, as the opposition also is sending a kind of wave towards, so as again, when you look at the issue of this finance bill, as the way Azimio is trying to give us their kind of analysis, this started immediately where the Azimio felt like the Kenya Kwanza had manipulated the kind of their leadership, or rather their members of parliament. This was something that Silvanus Osoro came out telling us. So with the knowledge that Osoro came out telling us, they had bribed these members of parliament from Azimio. Now it's like this thing is backfiring through the kind of the law that is being followed in the courts. So as the Okia Mutata is trying to interpret, let me say, the way he's trying to put the law that should be used when it comes to this finance bill, I heard some members of Kenya Kwanza saying that this is not the fact, not even some Kenya Kwanza allies. It was William Ruto who came out saying that for the first time Kenyans are discussing finance bill, which according to me he was lying. We knew there's been this kind of finance bill, but ijawahi kuwa na hii utata vile ya Ruto imekuwa, you know. So it is a kind of finance bill that is being forcefully being imposed to the people, you know, and the rules and the regulations that should be adopted when it comes to the proposals in the finance bill is not there. It is just maneno ya kifua. We must do this so that we can achieve something. But again, something that is putting this government into danger. You're being told they are a half of the resources. They are paying debts and servicing their loans. But again, Okia Mutata and Jimmy Wanjigi the other day came out saying, we are paying debts that are not there. And with this also, the Auditor General came out saying that there was no statement of the loans. So we don't know how much has already been paid and how much has not been paid. Those are two things that we are so concerned with. So when court now is going to identify if this finance bill is legible, now this ball is on the foot of Martha Koome. He must come, or rather, she must come out to intervene through the 3 bench of judges to identify if this is the kind of the finance bill that is required. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much. Bye bye till we meet on another video.